Welcome to Team ɪᴛᴛᴇʀ. Hey guys, I'm Madison Mary and welcome back to my channel. So today I am super excited to be talking to you guys about the booktube games. I wasn't sure if I was going to participate in this, and then I was talking to Katie over at Katie's Book Nook, and I can't say no to that girl, and so when she asked me to join Team ɪᴛᴛᴇʀ, I had to say yes. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my booktube games TBR. So I actually have I have 7 books. I have 8 books on this TBR. Do I think I'm going to get to all these books? No. However, if I do, awesome, but I don't think I'm going to be. I see you, Z. Don't jump onto my table. Okay, so I have 8 books on this TBR. 2 of them are e-arcs that I received from NetGalley, and I'm really excited to be reading them. The first e-arc is Dark of the West by Joanna Hathaway, and this comes out on February 5th. I'm really excited to read this book, and I was so thankful when I got an e-arc of it, but I received the e-arc late in December when I was in Australia, and honestly, ever since coming back from Australia, not being on vacation anymore and being at school, I have not had as much time for reading. I did not realize how hectic this semester was going to be, so I still haven't got to Dark of the West yet, and I really want to try and finish it before February 5th, but that is so freaking close, so I don't really know if I'm going to be able to, but I really want to, so that is my priority at the moment. So this story follows 2 protagonists. We follow Princess Aurelia, and then we follow Ethan, who's like Ethan, but with an A. And he is a fighter pilot, and he is the son of a general. And when Ethan's mother is killed, his father is convinced that it is his old rival who killed his mother, and that is the Queen of Eternia, who is Aurelia's mother. So Ethan is sent to infiltrate the kingdom by spying on the children of the Queen, which of course includes Princess Aurelia. And so it's kind of a political war story with a little bit of love mixed into it, and honestly it's a book that is totally up my alley. Like, it is such a me book, and I know, like, I'm predicting this book to be so phenomenal that I just really want to get to it because of that. The next book is Spectacle by Jodie, Lynn, Zdrok, and this book comes out on February 12th. I also received an e-arc of this from NetGalley. So this book takes place in Paris in 1887, and we follow Natalie, who is a young reporter, and her job is to go to the morgue and report daily on the bodies that show up. However, when Natalie starts having visions of the bodies that turn up in the morgue, she starts to realize that these girls are being murdered. Natalie starts using her visions to help figure out who this killer really is. This book seems so great. The Stalking Jethro series was one of my favorite books of 2018, and I think the reason why I loved it so much was because of the period setting of it and the whole anatomical aspect of it, and that's the reason why I feel like I'm also going to fall in love with this book. But it comes out on February 12th, so that is my second priority. The third book I plan on getting to is How to Experience Death for Beginners by Jessica Branton. This is a physical arc. It comes out on February 14th, and this is a debut novel. This is actually kind of similar to Spectacle, but different. So in this book, we follow Casey, who at the age of 7 years old has her very first vision, in which she is transported into the mind of her father as he crashes his car and dies. Ever since she was 7 years old, every person that Cassie meets, she will experience their death firsthand when they die. So to kind of explain it, I'm like 26 pages in. So from what I can tell is if she's met someone before, the moments before they die, she gets transported into their body almost, and she sees the world from their eyes as they're currently about to die. The story takes off with Casey years later in high school. Now she is starting to see these murders happening in her town. She has seen a guy kill a girl twice so far, and she starts to get really freaked out. That's kind of all I really know about this book, but I'm only 26 pages in, and I do want to say there's a huge trigger warning in this for self-harm, which I was not aware of, and I wish I had known that this book could have been very problematic for me and very triggering for me. However, luckily when I did read this book and I read the triggering self-harm scene, I was lucky enough that it didn't really affect me as much, but I did really skim over it and it was very difficult to read. so I do wish that there was a trigger warning mentioned about that. Otherwise, this does seem like it's going to be a very intriguing short read. So the fourth book that I have on my TBR is a buddy read, and I'm doing my first buddy read with Katie over at Katie's Book Nook. She has been my friend on BookTube since I started. I love her to death, and she is just such a shining star. I'm so thankful to have her as my friend. And this month we are buddy reading Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. I'm so excited to be getting to this, and so excited. So this book follows Mia Colvert, and she is raised from the age of 10 years old to be an assassin. And I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of all I really know, which is kind of strange. It's kind of strange that that's all I really know. I know it's a very explicit, dark adult book, and I cannot wait. I have seen fan art for this. I've seen so many people rave about it. The third book is coming out this year, and I am just so stoked to read this. It is going, like, this is a 5-star prediction for me through and through. It's gonna be amazing. The next book I'm going to read is part of a new book club run by Chloe over at Books with Chloe and Spence over at Common Spence, and that book for this month is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I'm not gonna lie, I've only ever gotten halfway through Six of Crows before, and I never actually finished it, and so I actually haven't read Crooked Kingdom either. And with King of Scars just coming out yesterday from when I'm filming this, I need to read this duology. So when I saw they were doing a read along this month, I just knew I had to get on board with this book club so that I could read this book. It gave me the perfect chance, and as well with being on Team Ketterdam, it just seemed like the perfect fit. I feel as though if I love the Grisha trilogy, I'm going to completely adore the Six of Crows duology. That and the fact that if I don't read this, Cindy is going to kill me. This book follows Kaz Dirty Hands Brecker, and he is the leader of the Dregs, who are a gang in Ketterdam, and he is given the opportunity to go on a deadly heist. So he gets together his motley band of misfits, and they go off on this heist. I'm so excited because I do love the Grishaverse, and I can't wait to just get back into it. And I know that it might be a bit hard rereading the beginning of it again because I feel like it does start off a little bit slow, but I just need to wait until they actually get to the Ice Kingdom place, I forget what it's called, and then I know it's just gonna pick up because that's what Katie keeps telling me, so I'm doing this. The next book I'm going to get to this month, The Wicked King by Holly Black. I forgot her last name for a second there. I actually own 3 copies of this. I think I'm going to read the black edition and then I'm going to annotate it maybe. I don't know, we'll see. I'm super excited to read this. This is the second book in the Folk of the Air series. I feel like I read The Cruel Prince almost a year ago now. I was not someone who loved it, but I did really enjoy it. I felt that it was such a different take on the fairy world. I loved that the main character that we followed didn't have magic, and that, you know, Jude is this mortal in this immortal land. I love that the fairies were such a different take compared to Sarah J Maas. These fairies are trickstery, they can't lie. They're still very attractive fae, but they are very evil, and I adored the first book, and I cannot wait to see where this goes. Everyone says the ending kills you, so I am just psyched to get to this. The next 2 books are kind of like maybes. If I get to them, awesome. If I don't, not the end of the world. So the next book I'm going to talk to you guys about is a book that I just aim to read this year. I feel like until I actually read it, I'm just going to keep putting it on my TBRs. And that is Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Raasch. Every time I talk about this book, I just read the little back bit which says, a heartbroken girl, a fierce warrior, a hero in the making. Can Mira save the world she's never truly known? And the last book of this BookTube Games TBR is a book I just received today in my January Fairy Loot, and that is Circle of Shadows by Evelyn Skye. I'm so excited to read this, and I was so excited that I got this book. It has gorgeous, like, violety sprayed edges. It's about Sora and her Gemini Daemon, who are warriors of the Society of Tigers, and these are people who are marked by the gods to study magic. And when Sora and Daemon encounter a rebel group, they decide to take it upon themselves to investigate this to prove themselves before their final graduation occurs. And so it's about whether or not they can unravel a complex web of magic and secrets that might tear them and their entire kingdom apart. So, super excited to read this. I really hope I can get to this. I feel like whenever I get my Fairy Loot books, I just want to read them right away. They're always books that I'm just so excited to read. But yeah, those are all the books on my BookTube Games TBR for Team Ketterdam. I'm wearing all black because of that. Let me know down below if you guys are participating in the BookTube Games, and if you are, let me know what team you're on. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button down below. If you'd like to see more of me, please subscribe to my channel, and until next time, thanks a bunch guys. Bye!